Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome to episode 64 of You Don't Win Anything with Kids. First thing I'm going to do is this. Right, have a look at those players. Obviously you see Tim Payne on there, we didn't get him. Either Rotherham or Swindon I think are the two teams that are going in for him. But the players below. Jarell Johnson, he's a youngster for Watford, who I believe is a left back slash centre back. It might be a right back slash centre back, I can't remember entirely. I'm trying to get him on loan, but it's these two guys here. I suddenly had Portsmouth flash up on my screen because I think it was a player of theirs was being transferred to another club or something. And I suddenly remembered two players that I normally sign. Yeah, I either sign them for like League 1 or League 2 teams when I play with already existing teams on this game, or I actually manage Portsmouth and they turn out to be pretty good players. And that's Ashley Harris, who I think he plays all across attacking midfield and a striker. I think he's just listed as a striker on here. And Adam Webster, who can play all across the back four. Now I think if we get someone like Harris, that eases the pressure on some of our attacking midfielders. Players like Carino and Thompson and Johnston, they don't have to play every game. And then you've got someone with Football League experience as well. So he's young, but he's got Football League experience. Same goes for Webster. He eases the pressure because you can just have him on the bench and he can fill three positions. So it eases the pressure, and it makes your squad a bit more strong and a bit deeper. It just helps out in that scenario, and also he's another youngster with Football League experience. So ideally, I'd like Searcher to be able to identify, how much that Portsmouth want and be able to sign them. Going back, actually, let's go into the fixtures quickly, because I just played Salisbury in a league match and beat them 1-0, which you saw. Prior to that, played Wimbledon and beat them 3-1. So our form is starting to turn round. And in case you hadn't noticed, we're playing Lincoln. So this is the perfect opportunity to get revenge for the the draw against them in the FA Trophy, and then the subsequent defeat in the replay. Gives us a good chance to get back for that. So only a couple of changes to this squad, really. Hogan drops out completely because he's suspended, because he stupidly got himself sent off. Lang's going to sit on the bench instead, and Cartwright's going to come back into the starting lineup. On top of that, Quintago's on international duty, so he can't play. Do I put King in goal? Or do I keep O'Brien? I'm going to keep O'Brien in goal. Yeah. Apart from that, yeah, I think I'm all set and ready to go. The only one that I'm a little worried about, do I bring Jones in? Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to bring Jones in for Klopmas at left back. And then I'm going to put Klopmas on the bench in the place of Grant. Got nothing against Grant, it just gives us that bit more cover. He plays right and left back. Everybody else, do you know what? Every time I look at this I start doubting myself. I'm going to make one more change. I'm going to put Francois in instead of Bobo, because Bobo picked up a knock in that last match. Okay. Everyone's above 90. Yep, good. Let's do that. Right, so we've got the lineup of O'Brien, Jones, Cartwright, Robinson, Villa, Delamond, Frederick, Johnston, Francois, Carino, and Barnard. Let's play. We got King, Klopmas, Lang, Thompson, and Wilson on the bench. So we've got a pretty strong bench. We got a very strong attacking lineup. That's the goal of this match. Really, is just attack strong, try and defend strong as well. Cartwright and Robinson, I think they've played pretty well in the past. So I think they were actually my original defensive partnership, weren't they, before I brought Stevens in? Yeah, I think they were. So actually, that's a very good lineup to have. That's a very good challenge there from Robinson. Let's hope Francois doesn't give it away. Francois giving it away. Jones going to win it back here? He kind of did, I suppose. Forced the mistake to get Delamond on the ball. You see, like that. What was the point of that? There was a runner down the wing. I think it was either... No, it wasn't Jones, was it? It was Johnston, I think, who got away down the left. and they just totally ignored him. They passed it to nobody, and we've just let in a goal now. Fantastic. That's just from poor play going forward. It's cost us at the back. Once Yusuf got in behind there, I don't think Villa was ever going to catch him. And Tomlinson beat Jones very, very easily, and I don't think O'Brien, you can't really fault him. It just came off the crossbar, and that's enough to take it over the line. But yeah, we had a really strong start. We're dominating possession, and yet we're a goal down. And they've only had one shot, and one shot on target. We've had one shot, none on target. So that needs to change. And you could argue that if that had been a better ball through from Francois, I think it was, we could have been looking at 1-0 to us maybe. That was a poor cross from Johnston, but Francois managed to win it. Johnston, it wasn't Johnston, it was Jones. Francois managed to win it back. Now it comes to Villa. Now we know he can deliver a dead ball. Can he deliver a live one? He can't really, no, that was pretty poor. But then their keeper is a bit of a calamity keeper, so could have easily dropped it to the foot of a striker. Good challenge there from Villa. Plays in Francois. Dinks it over the top for Barnard, who's in on goal. Can he score? Yes, he can. Get in. Lee Barnard with the equaliser. I think he's starting to hit form again. Remember, he scored very early on in the season. I think he got about 3 or 4, like one game after the other kind of thing, and then he just slipped off the boil a bit. So I dropped him and started playing the Wilson brothers. And then there was that whole fallout of he wanted to know why he wasn't playing, so I told him he wasn't good enough, and he kind of had a hissy fit. I've done the decent thing. I brought him back into the team. I gave him another chance, and so far, I think he scored 3 goals in his last 4 games or something, which isn't a bad return for a striker getting towards the end of their career, even if they have dropped down a couple of leagues. And, his match rating's 8.1 at the moment. He scored a few crucial goals for us as well. He scored against Wimbledon. I think he scored against Lincoln in the first game, didn't he? Yeah, I think he did. And now he scored against Lincoln again. So, it's pretty good. It's pretty good form. It's definitely starting to make me change my mind about wanting to sell him. And actually, I'm just looking down the league table. And I think out of the top 10 teams, we've not scored the most goals, but we've conceded the least. So I suppose goal difference, we're in a pretty strong position. Although Tomlinson's through on goal and he's just scored again, so that's not very good. That's another point lost for now. And the fact that Lincoln are actually the team that are battling this for that 4th spot at the moment. So really, we want to be beating them. We don't want to be losing. That's another poor goal. We've got 4 players around Yusuf. No one picking up the run of Tomlinson. And he's gone and slotted in his second of the game. Really, I don't mind if a player scores once against me, but when they score twice from similar scenarios, you got to start asking questions as to why they were allowed to get away with it the second time. Because the first time you might have just said, we were focusing too much on Yusuf because he's their main threat, and then when he crossed the ball, no one picked up Tomlinson at the far post. But the second time round, everyone's still gathered around Yusuf. And we already know that you can pass it to Tomlinson and score, so why are we still gathering around him? At least make a challenge. But I've said it before, he can't change past. So all we can do now is try and score an equaliser again. Maybe get the ball through to Barnard and see what he can do. This is why I wish I had a player like Ashley Harris, because I don't know too much about him in real life, but on this game he tends to be pretty good at scoring counter-attack style goals. Oh, that was a nice finish from Francois. I was about to say I was disappointed with Francois, because that's where I'd play Harris, is in that little pocket there. So actually he's come and pulled it out the bag there, and it's Barnard with the assist. Really nice through ball, played the offside trap well, and that's a sublime finish up and over the keeper. Just inside the left-hand post. That's really well played. I am going to make a sub in a minute. I'm going to bring Delamond off and I'm going to bring Thompson on. You can see Delamond, he's got 75% fitness and he's down to, I think it's 6.5 match rating, which isn't very high. 6.4 now actually. So yeah, I might look at bringing him off. In the meantime, Francois won the ball there, has he? Yes, he has. And he's through on goal. Is he going to score? He's not. But he's still got the ball. He can still make something happen. No, he's going to kick it into the stands. Okay. Well, it's substitution time anyway. So Thompson's going to come on. And Delamond is going to go off. We'll see what that does to the midfield. The other change I can make is put Francois up front alongside Barnard rather than playing behind him. See what kind of dynamic that makes with the team. I feel like it would actually help Johnston and Crino a bit more, because then you've got the defence worrying about the two up front. They're not focusing so much on the two either side. So yeah, that could be a help. Cartwright's just picked up a silly booking there. He's actually the fourth player I think we've had. Yeah, fourth player we've had booked in this game. I think we're one card off a fine, which we can't afford to keep paying, and that's Jones's second foul. I just hope he doesn't get a second yellow for it, because that would be a huge... Yep, he's got a second yellow for it. Okay, that's a huge disappointment. No excuse for that, really. He shouldn't be doing stupid little challenges like that. He's already on a yellow. Why is he doing it? Who knows? Well, Federic's on a yellow. I'm not be stupid enough to risk him, so Kloppman's coming on. Actually, had Federic been booked? No, Federic hasn't been booked. What am I doing? Cartwright's been booked and Robinson's been booked. No one else in the midfield's been booked. Do you know what? He's not got a great match rating anyway, Federic. And his fitness is quite low, so okay. That maybe was the right change. Kloppman's for Federic. Move Thompson inside. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll see how that gets on. I don't think we're going for the two up top idea now. I think we're just going to have that diamond-shaped midfield / striker with Francois sitting in the middle of it, and probably just see this game out now, really. Which again, it's a shame, because I hate ending up having to do that. I am going to make one change. I'm going to bring Wilson on for Johnston, and then I'm going to put Barnard out on the left, because he can play on the left. Yeah, like that. But yeah, it is a shame when you end up having to do something like that, because one of your players is stupid enough to get himself sent off. Because really, we had the momentum. We'd scored a really good equalising goal. We were pushing forward for a winner, and then your player goes and gets himself sent off. And in fact, actually, if Wilson does well here, we could still get a winner. And he has done well. He's put it in the back of the net. We're 3-2 up. In fact, when did he come on? Wilson, 75th minute. So he's only been on for 3 minutes, and he's scored a really, really good goal. Whenever the ball gets played back to the keeper like that, and he boots it forward, I nearly always think we're actually going to win this and have a chance of scoring. He did really well there, just inside of the right foot, curled it round, just inside the left-hand post. Keeper could have done better maybe, and maybe a defender could have got a challenge in. But actually, given the fact that Jones has just been sent off, to be 3-2 up, we're now 4 points ahead of Lincoln. We're 3 points ahead of Barnet. We're in a pretty comfortable position. We can start in the next game maybe having a look at catching Forest Green. I think it's going to be a little while before we get to Kidderminster again. We might have to. I think we got Kidderminster coming up soon. Whenever we play them next, we'll definitely try and win that one to go above them. And then yeah, we can start looking at winning the league again. Because I will be pretty disappointed if we end up not winning the league, considering what a good start we had to the campaign as well. I think we drew our first game, didn't we? I think it was a 0-0 draw. But then I think we won like 4 or 5 in a row. So really, that's league winning form. You just have to keep it up, and we've sort of let it go a little bit. So it'd be nice to get it back. Especially towards the end of the season, we can leapfrog all the teams that have gone ahead of us. It's a good challenge from Villa. Giving it away though. Is that offside? No? Okay, shot goes wide anyway, so it's not too much of a problem. But yeah, after this mid-season slump, it would be really nice to get back on form, start winning some matches again, and close the gap on the teams ahead and open a gap with the teams behind. And then leapfrog the teams in front and then try and gain some ground. But yeah, as it said there, Wilson's sensational goal has won us the match. And Francois, I was criticising him, he's actually won man of the match. He got a match rating of 9.0, which is fantastic. considering he doesn't play very often, when he does play, he really does pull it out of the bag. So yeah, I'm thrilled with that. And obviously we've got the transfer window open now, and you've seen the two players that I'd like to bring in Harris and Webster. So we'll come back in the next episode and find out whether that goes through or not. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon.